As we approach opening the USA soccer market to all with the system of promotion relegation, the topic that comes up a lot, or the concern is, when will we be ready? So when is that point? Is there a point? And I believe it's a myth. There is no point where you become ready for a fair and open market. If you apply the same promotion relegation USA soccer concept to any industry in the US, any other sector, you don't ask constituents or participants in the market to earn freedom. And so the same goes with USA Soccer. When you hand the USA Soccer Division I sanction to one single company, which is Major League Soccer and its marketing arm, Soccer United Marketing, and then disenfranchise or exclude the rest of the USA Soccer industry from the top of the market, well, you don't tell the disenfranchised to show that they can cut it in the nether regions of the lower tiers, and then at a certain point, when they invest enough or when they commit enough time or money or resources into their lower division product, which is really in captivity, they'll finally be accepted into the top of the market, or they'll be granted fair opportunity at the top of the market. So it doesn't work that way. And when we say, well, we just don't quite have enough facilities in the USA Soccer lower divisions, or the clubs aren't stable enough down there yet, we don't have enough investors down there, can they afford the travel costs? I understand that those concerns come to mind first, but we're putting the cart before the horse when we say that, or when we judge the lower division reality or the environment today as if it were the environment in an open system. Obviously, a club that has a glass ceiling above it, or any business, will not take necessary steps to strive for excellence or strive for the top of their industry. They're not allowed, no matter how much they earn their way up through performance. They're going to be hitting a wall because they're just simply not allowed to reach the top of the marketplace. So the same applies to the lower division clubs in USA Soccer, or potential clubs, which people would start if there was incentive to reach the first division. People say, well, what's the point? Why pour all of this time and money and effort into this lower division club when the best we can do is maybe, if we're really, really lucky, get a higher league to accept us in and pay a bunch of money and buy our fake promotion. What's the point in the lower divisions when there's nothing to play for? And so you look at our lower divisions, divisions 2, 3, it's very unstable, clubs collapsing all the time, players barely making a full-time wage in Division 2 and 3, and then you go below that to Division 4, and it's pretty much amateur from there. And it's no wonder, because these Division 4 clubs, you're only a few steps down from the first division in America, which is a huge soccer country, and yet you are playing with amateurs, and there's no incentive to pay players or have full-time players, full-time staff, or dedicated stadiums. What's the point? Again, you cannot blame clubs in lower division captivity for not acting or functioning as if they existed in an open system. And that's why, we come back to this fundamental cart before the horse thing. There isn't a ready point for freedom and opportunity. And what I think that this mindset comes from is the belief in the myth that soccer is a baby sport here, that we don't have the tools or the necessary ingredients to be a great soccer nation. And I was in this camp too a few years back. I thought we were doing the best we could with what we had, and we just had to give it more time. And I saw year after year it just kind of stagnated. MLS and the lower divisions, yeah, there's a little bit of growth, but compared to worldwide popularity of soccer in America, that's growing at a much faster rate than our domestic product is. So when you think about that, it's like, well, something must be wrong with our domestic product. And it's indeed because we don't run our soccer the same way as the rest of the world, with a fair and open market that captures the open access essence of the game. So we have all the ingredients here. We have the players, 25 plus million players. If we have 25 million players, we have at least that many soccer serious hardcore fans. I would wager at least 30 to 50 or even more million fans, soccer first fans here in America. And it's evidence, you see that evidenced with the crowds for foreign friendlies here over the summer, or ratings on television for foreign club soccer. And of course, we have the infrastructure, the wealth, we've got plenty of investors, everything you need on the outside of the playing field we have. So there's nothing stopping us from being a great soccer nation. It's simply our structure. When the market is opened with 9,000 plus current clubs having a chance to win their way up to the top of the market, plus how many more thousand clubs that would be started under open system conditions, we could have an absolutely amazing competition, to the point where not just our Division 1 is super popular, but also our Division 2, Division 3, Division 4 could be massive stories on a national scale. You think about England, where full-time players are playing as far down as Division 4 and Division 5 there. I mean, we could have 6, 7, 8, 9 divisions here in the U.S. alone where players and staff are making full-time wages. That would be awesome for our economy. And think about the great impact an open system would have for the free-to-play pipeline that we need. Clubs don't have an incentive to create their own free-to-play scouting and development academy. And we don't have that free-to-play pipeline that the rest of the world does. So the problem isn't pay-to-play necessarily. It's that we don't have incentive here for our clubs to create the free-to-play side. And in the rest of the world, in open systems, their top professional system and their national teams rely on that free-to-play side of development. So you don't hear much about any pay-to-play things because it's all about the professional clubs having academies that extend down into the youth ranks. So everything is connected from the professional highest levels to the national team all the way down to the youngest ages of soccer in the ecosystem. So USA simply lacks that free-to-play side of things that an open USA soccer market would provide. So it all comes down to one simple policy change from our U.S. Soccer Governing Federation. And again, if this current U.S. Soccer Federation can't be corrected, if it's too corrupt, if it's beyond repair, then we can start a new governing soccer federation and get FIFA's blessing for it, and the old U.S. Soccer Federation would become defunct. It's as easy as that. It's just a matter of people standing up, clubs standing up for their fair opportunity. And when they do, when we get to a certain point, ultimately, the powers that be will have to cave to our demands. So that's the task right now. Increase the volume of the open USA soccer movement. Keep spreading the word. Keep raising the number of impressions on the topic. It's growing every day. We're making great progress. It's just a matter of people standing up, common folks standing up and believing that their voice matters. When the people stand up, great things can happen. So if you like this video, make sure to share it out across social media and also subscribe right here to my channel. And I'll talk to you soon.